Okay, this tutorial will cover inheritance. Again, this is also class relationships. So let me use the same example. We have a student class, course, and then instructor. So let's look at inheritance. Okay, for definition here, most popular definition is an extension of relationship between two classes. It means that it allows us to define new classes from existing classes so that we can use what's already available from one class, then we can extend it. Okay. What you can say is that it shows some sort of a hierarchy between classes. Okay. So let's say student class, you have one property called name, and the data type is a string. Also, instructor has a name and then string. So let's say both of them appear as private. And usually you have one pair of methods, get and then set name. So let's say get name returning string value. Then here get name, again we are expecting string value. So if you know how to use the inheritance, we can actually extend what we already have. For example, we will create one class called person. Again, same UML class diagram. Inheritance, we use arrow. Let's say class name is person. Property is, let's say this time we use a name string. Again, name property appear on student class and the instructor class. So here, get name. Of course, it will appear both student and the instructor, and then set name, string, and then name, return type void. So if you have one class called person, you don't have to repeat the same thing again in student class and the instructor, unless you need something new. For example, here instructor. Okay, rather than name, if you have an employee number or instructor number, integer, there should be get number. Again, there should be integer. Okay, let me just remove it all. Okay. So if you have a get number, again returning integer, and then set number. We are looking at the instructor number. Okay. That will be void. So we extend what we have in person class. Instructor has additional properties and then additional methods that's corresponding with the number data field. Again, you can do the same thing for students, but for simplicity, I will leave it. So here, student class, we can say that there is a subclass of person. This is also subclass. The person class, we say that there's a superclass. Some textbook says this is a child class. There's a child class of person. Person class, we says that this is a parents class of instructor and students. Okay, that's the terms we use. Okay, let's look at the demonstration. Okay, let me create a new project. Let's say I'm going to build the students and the instructor class without knowing inheritance. So we have a student class. Again, one data field called name. I will say default value John. We will add one getter and setter. And we will move to instructor class. We will do same thing. Previously, I actually had a name property. So here, setters and getters, same. So if you don't know how to use inheritance, this is what will happen. You're going to repeat the same thing. So students and the instructor has identical data field and methods, even two-string methods. Again, later on I will show you how to use inheritance so that we can extend what we have to simplify coding. Okay. For now, let me just quickly demonstrate student class and one object. I will say John Doe. And one instructor. let's print it out. Okay, students toString. Again, instructor toString. Okay, that's all. Clean and build. So we have a John Doe, Jenny Smith. It works. Okay. Okay, John Doe, Jenny Smith. Okay, this time let's say we know how to use inheritance. It means that we should be able to not to repeat the same thing. So we assume that we have data field called name in one class called person. Then we can extend it for our subclasses. So we have a person. We are repeating same thing, getters and setters, and the toString methods. Save it. Again, we have a person class. Now you don't have to do much at this point. Just say extend person. So you can remove it all. So you are going to use what's already available in person class. So this one can be empty pretty much. It means that we are going to invoke superclass methods. Okay. For particular ones, get name and set name. So do we have to change anything here? Not really. So students still up here, but it says the person and then name is John Doe. Again, students extend person. So we are using methods belongs to superclass. So now we do the same thing, extend person for instructor class. Instead of repeating same thing, we just focus on what's important for instructor class. For example, instructor number. That's a unique data field, belongs to instructor class. Then we will focus on this. Again, getters and setters. toString methods. Again, extend person. Okay, everything seems okay. So main idea is extension of superclass. Okay. So when we run it, we have person and the instructor name. So we got to use instructor, set number. Let's say 1, 2, 3. So we know that we can print 1, 2, 3. The question is, how can we print person's name? So here, toString methods you can reverse to a method belongs to superclass. Here what we are going to do is just say super. That's the keyword. And then it will say toString. It basically saying that the super refers to superclass of instructor, which is a person. Then referring to methods belongs to the superclass, which is a toString. So I will just say invoke toString method of superclass person. So that it should be able to print person's name, then the instructor's number. So the first part, we are invoking method belongs to superclass toString methods. The second part that belongs to instructor class, again super, here toString methods. That is belongs to subclass, print it as it is. Okay. So we just quickly have a look at inheritance relationship. So inheritance means that we have an extension of relationship between two classes. So in terms of students and the person class, student class is an extension of person class. And then instructor here also, instructor class is an extension of person class. Okay. Don't worry too much about inheritance. I will cover it later on in depth. Okay. For now, it seems okay. Inheritance, look at the definitions, how we draw. We use the line with the arrow. At the end, it looks like a triangle. That's all. Thank you.